after that tough stretch that you guys had? Do you feel like you guys are getting your groove back here a little bit?
I think we played a little better tonight. Got off to a slow start, but once we buckled down defensively, started to get stops, got out in transition. We were a little better. Well, I had the straight-on view. I was backcourt. Good dunk. Clay tried to lay the ball up so much, so you never just expect him to go try to dunk it like that. I think that's why you kind of got the reaction. But I thought it was a pretty good dunk.
The other thing is, at the beginning of the second quarter, second unit comes in, Clay, Andre, David, and those guys, and you. Tell me what the mindset is, because it looks like it's different at the beginning of the second quarter than it is at the beginning of the first quarter.
I think that's really more of a defensive-minded unit. Kind of, get things in order, get the pace to the game right, kind of get going on the defensive end, which it hasn't been as of late. Coming out of the first quarter, us as a first unit, we haven't done the job. So it's been kind of on that second unit to kind of, bring some force to the game. And I think, for the most part, second unit have done a pretty good job of it. I mean, you got some good players. No, I'm just playing. No, I mean, that's incredible. Obviously, Steve never had any coaching experience, and, to accomplish something like that, says a lot. I think with the continuity that he brought, to the organization, not only on the basketball court, but just, in the culture and all of that, it's made a difference, and that's why we've been able to have the success that we've had.
Draymond, the Spurs year in, year out, I mean, you've played against them. They just, no matter who's in, whether somebody's resting, somebody's injured, they always bring the same effort, consistency. What have you seen over the years that makes them so consistent?
I mean, just like I said about us, the continuity, that they play with, just kind of plug guys in, and they never really get away from who they are. No matter who's out the lineup, who's in the lineup, they just never get away from who they are. They always defend. They don't beat themselves. You have to beat them. And, when you make mistakes, they make you pay. And that's no matter who they have in the lineup, which makes a difference and makes it tough.
They came in playing one of the slowest tempos in the league, and then it seemed like they picked up the pace, and that changed some things. How did that change the game for you all?
That definitely changed the pace. I thought first quarter that they did play slow, really pushed the tempo, which, when we scored or got stops, or when we scored or missed shots, it just felt like the ball, they were inbound and they were already down on their court playing. And I thought it just never allowed us to set up our defense in the half court. I definitely thought they did a good job of changing the game, of speed and tempo, and it worked for them.
How hard is it to even track and locate shooters when that's happening?
Yes, it is hard, because at that point, we're just trying to match up and find. We're trying to keep our matchups, but sometimes it's causing us to have two guys guarding one person. Just the
all right, what's up, everybody? What we're going to talk about today is
they're swinging the ball, they're moving,
5 things about LeBron James that you don't know about. Maybe consider it a secret.
What does it do?
You can call it what you want to.
Games like this, where it's happened so many times where you see.
We'll go with number 1. It happens to be with LeBron James, and it involves the Olive Garden. I was victim of this situation, if that's what you want to call it. But anyhow,
with officiating, what's going on?
He comes into the Olive Garden with his mother, his whole entourage of people, cousins, nephews, grandmas, you name it, they were there. And announces that he's going to foot the bill for everyone. Well, let me tell you what. When it came time to pay, and we go to get out of there, I end up paying for my own bill. So you tell me, where is it that he said he was going to do that? I mean, you ask me, that's pretty twisted. I mean, I could see if he didn't say he was going to do that. I didn't expect him to pay our bill, but if you're going to say you're going to do something, you better do it. That's how I feel about it. So, think what you think of it.
Lose all that confidence.
But that's definitely something that not most
team's
people
going
know
on.
about him.
That's really what we got to rally together.
And I guess number 2. All right. What's up, everybody? You know what? Before I even say number 2, let me just let everyone know that I'm from Akron. So 5 things that I'm LeBron James telling you are things that I know about, right? Maybe from personal experience, and call it what you want to. But that being said, number 2, we'll go with number 1. It happens to be with the fact that he plays for Cleveland, but yet I've seen him walk around town and everywhere else with jerseys from other teams. Now, victim of this situation. Here's how I feel. I've seen actors, but anyhow, athletes where he comes into the Olive Garden with his mother, team, his whole entourage, logos, and whether it be a hat or a shirt, whatever, but you name it, they were there. If you're a current player and announces that he's gonna foot the bill for in the hell, well, let me tell you what, gonna wear a jersey when it came time to pay from 2 other teams. I've seen him with the Heat. We go to get out of there. The Lakers. I end up paying for my own bill. I mean, what's he trying to say about by wearing them? Is that just where is it? Him that he said wearing that jersey for the hell of it, or is he trying to say something? I mean, granted, I could see if he didn't say he was going to do that. I didn't, but expect him to pay our bill. But still, if you're going to do something, you better do it. Just seems a little weird. That's how I feel about it. So, think what you think. He does that. I don't know if anyone else has definitely seen something that not most people know about him. It's there. He's done it. I guess number 2 would be, and you know what? Before I even say number 2, let me just let everyone know that I'm from Akron. So just rolling right along. Things that I'm telling you are number 3 would be that he's got right from personal experience, big contract, and big deal with Nike. Right, so I'm thinking. That being said, number 2, maybe some of you are fall under thinking different than me. The fact that he plays for Cleveland, but yet I'm seeing him walk around town and everywhere else with jerseys from other teams, sporting your shoe. Now, the brand. Here's how I feel. I've seen actors support you. That's how I feel. But anyhow, athletes where he's even done it in a game. Other team logos. I don't know that anyone, whether it be a hat or a shirt, whatever, but if you're a current player, you're playing for a team. I'm talking the ones with the pump. Hell, you gonna wear a jersey, and they're made by who? From 2 other teams. Reebok. I've seen them with the Heat. Not made by the Lakers. Made by Reebok. Come on. So I mean, what I'm trying to say about he's supposed to be Nike, but he's wearing Reebok. It just don't make sense. Wearing that jersey for the hell of it, or is he trying to say something? I guess it is what it is, right? What's the about it? But Lakers jersey was a Magic Johnson. But comment about it. But still, just seems a little weird to me. Let's move on to the next one, which would be he does that. I don't know if anyone else has seen him wearing that kind of stuff, but it's there. He's done it. Definitely. I see it. Fall under the category of what his favorite sport is. Because I'll go with number 3 here. Just rolling right along, I guess. But you hear about athletes that number 3 would be that he's got something else. But this one here, big contract, I gotta tell you, big deal with Nike. This one takes the cake, I'm buddy. Thinking, and maybe matter of fact, he thought he was so good at thinking different than me. But he could beat a famous. I'm thinking if you got a Nike deal, that should all you be talking about. Wearing. Sporting your shoe. He ended up getting his butt. The brand. I'm talking whipped up. Support you, and that sport is anyhow. He's even done it in a game. Yep. And you heard me. I don't know that anyone's even talked about it, but this talk about it. I've seen wearing the old come on. I'm talking the ones with the pump. Tennis of all sports. On the tongue. But, and they're made by who? You heard it from me. Reebok. Right Not here, made by Nike. Now. They're made by Reebok. Tennis. So you see what I'm saying? Does that mean that after he's supposed to be Nike, but he's wearing Reebok? It just don't make sense. He's going to go swing that. Where's the justice? I guess it is what it is, right? What and last, about it, but not least, talk about it. His favorite food. Comment. I mean, I got to tell you, this one too is just like, come on. I guess move on to the next one, which would be. I'm sure that most of you have never heard anyone say that this is their favorite food, and you know, I've asked people all under the what their favorite food is before. I've heard people, you know, it's a topic over the radio. I've seen it on TV, whatever. And you hear about athletes that play a sport, their favorite sport, something else. Ever. I gotta tell you, anyone. This one takes the cake, buddy. That their favorite food. Matter of fact, he thought he was so good at the sport. $1.99. He could be a famous ballpark athlete in this I
particular sport I'm
mean,
talking about.
all the food we
And
have
he
on
ended
this
up getting
planet.
his butt whooped.
And your
I'm
favorite
talking
food
whooped up.
is wieners?
And that sport is
I mean, are you me?
tennis.
You know what those are
Yep.
made of?